What is up, guys? This is QRim from the Trinity of Lift, and today I'm going to bring you guys a follow-up video, actually, to my brilliant Madolche deck profile that I hope you guys have already seen. Now, this will be a combo tutorial on some of the nifty combos that the brilliant Madolche deck can now perform. I should give this as a preface really quick. If you did not watch my first Madolche tutorials video, I highly do recommend that you watch that first if you're trying to learn this deck, as that other old video will go over the very standard generic Madolche combos. This video today that I'm going to showcase is going to be a little bit more build specific-y. So I will say that. So again, watch that first video if you haven't. And if you did already, then let's just get right into this brilliant Madolche combo tutorial. So, I will just be going over the pretty darn standard combos. I'm not going to go to anything too spectacular. I'm just going to show you guys the generic combos that you guys might need to know, as well as some OTK combos and some other cool plays that you can do. So, we're going to start off this first combo with just a single card, so you guys are kind of getting familiar with how these cards play out. I'm just going to start off with the Brilliant Fusion to show you guys what this card can technically do in this deck. So, first of all, of course, we're going to start off by activating our Brilliant Fusion. Now, this card, what it essentially does, if you guys do not know, is that you can essentially fusion summon any Gem Knight fusion monster by using materials from your deck and sending them to the graveyard. That monster that you do indeed summon, their stats are reduced to 0. And after that, you can discard a spell card with Brilliant Fusion's second effect to give that fusion monster its stats back. So, with that in mind, we will be activating this first of all. We will be sending off our Trick Clown and our Gem Knight Garnet. So, we will send these two to the graveyard with Brilliant Fusion's effect, and we will be special summoning our Gem Knight Seraphonite. Now, this card right here will be at attack and defense of 0, and this is essentially a double summon on legs, so keep that in mind for this deck. Now then, because we sent the Garnet and the Trick Clown, we will actually be triggering our Trick Clown as well, so we will be activating that from our graveyard to special summon onto the field, and then we will also be subsequently burning ourselves for 1,000 life points. So, as you guys can see, with this just one card, we are getting 2 cards basically off of this one card, which is really cool. So, you kind of can see how this one card alone right here can generate you very fast advantage by itself. So again, this is why this card is very, very good in this deck. So with that in mind, we're actually just gonna put this cards away and reset the field really quick, and I'm actually gonna show you what we can do with this card plus some other cool cards. So yeah. So, for this combo, we will be needing the copy of Brilliant Fusion, as well as a copy of Madolche Magellan. Both cards you should be running at 3 in this deck, so seeing this combo, it won't be that hard. So, I will say, with the finishing board that we can make with just these 2 cards, we will be able to make a, I believe, over 10,000 attack OTK kind of board. So, again, just with 2 cards, that's really insane. So, let's get started. First, of course, we're going to be activating our Brilliant Fusion. We will be sending, again, the Trick Clown and the Garnet to special summon our Gem Knight Seraphonite from our extra deck. Then we will be subsequently triggering our Performance Trick Clown to special summon it onto the field, and then we will be taking 1,000 damage. Now then, from here, we will be summoning our Madolche Magellan, and then activating her effect to search a Madolche from our deck. I should also mention that this is going to be our very first normal summon off of Seraphonite, and we still do have another normal summon to be used, so you guys can kind of see how this will probably work. So from there, we're going to be grabbing our 1 copy of Madolche and Jelly. Then after all this, usually I will do it in this particular order actually. I'll be using the Magellan and the Trick Clown to overlay it for a rank 4. And we will then subsequently XZ summon our copy of Performance Trapeze Magician. Now, obviously, you guys probably know that this card does just push a ton of OTKs. And very much, again, like in this combo, we will be going for an OTK. So, again, continuing on. We will now regularly normal summon our 1 copy of Madolche and Jelly, activating her effect, tributing her off, and then we will be summoning our 1 copy of Madolche Hook Kick. We will then be activating Hook Kick, targeting the Angeli that we just tributed off in our graveyard, banish it, and then special summon our 1 copy of Madolche Messengelato. Then from here, we'll be activating our Madolche Messengelato and probably searching out our copy of Madolche Ticket. Now then, from here going on, we'll be activating our Brilliant Fusion, discarding that same Madolche ticket that we did just search off of Messengelato to give Seraphonite its stats back. So now Seraphonite is sitting at a pretty good 2,300 attack. Now then, to finish it all off, we're going to activate our Trapeze Magician, discarding our Madolche Magellan specifically, because we already did use our Trick Clown, so discarding that would actually be kind of wasteful. So we will be detaching our Magellan from our Trapeze Magician, targeting our Seraphonite, allowing it to attack twice in the battle phase. So now, as you guys can see, from 2 cards, we made this board. And with this board, you will be able to attack twice with Seraphonite, attack once with Trapeze, and then attack once each with Hook Kick and Messengerado. And I believe it's about 10,600 damage, 10,800 damage. It's something about there. It's something pretty darn huge. So again, just from 2 cards, you can do this pretty darn cool OTK. Now, from here, I'm actually going to show you guys a different variant of this play, actually, that can actually result in some other cool variations of this general play, just really. So, again, we will start off with the same Magellan and the Brilliant Fusion. So, from here, we will pretty much go through the same combo again. We'll activate this. We will then send off our Trapeze Magician and our Garnet for the Seraphonite, triggering our Trick Clown in the graveyard to special summon the Trick Clown from our grave, burning ourselves for 1,000, and then normaling the Magellan again to search out our 1 copy of Angeli. Now then, we're going to, again, it's pretty much the same in all of these combos, but again, you can go very much a different route each time you do it. Now, we'll be summoning our Angeli again for our second normal summon, activating her effect. We will then be summoning our copy of Madolche Hook Kicks. And then from here, again, we're going to do pretty much the same thing. We're going to overlay it for a 4. Then we're going to, excuse me if I can find it right now on my table. We will be summoning the 1 copy of Trapeze Magician in our extra deck. Now then, from here, we will be activating our Hook Kicks, targeting our Angeli in our graveyard, banishing it, and actually this time, instead of summoning Messengerado, we're actually going to be summoning Madolche Puddingcess, actually. Now, a cool interaction that I did mention in the profile video is that this is a level 5 Earth monster, and this is a level 5 Earth monster. So we actually can do some pretty cool rank 5 plays. So again, speaking of which, obviously, this is going to be a rank 5 play that we're going to be doing. So from here, we're going to be using our Puddingcess and our Seraphonite, and from here we will be either making one of 2 cards. We will either be making our if I can grab them, my Artifact Durandal, or the copy of Madolche Puddingcess Chocolate a la mode that we have in our extra deck. Now, again, depending on which one you want to go to, you can make the Durandal right here to help us play around the Necros of Valkyris, and then push with just these 2, not these 2, these 3 monsters for some pretty big damage. Or, of course, we can also go for the copy of Madolche Puddingcess Chocolate a la mode. Again, activating the Trapeze to actually target the Hook Kick this time, detaching our Magellan. And then from here, we're going to activate our Puddingcess Chocolate a la mode to shuffle that same Magellan we just detached back to our main deck, and then subsequently triggering our Puddingcess's effect, because it does have the Puddingcess underneath it. We will be detaching the Seraphonite from here, and then we will then also be summoning, if I can grab it, we will then be summoning our Madolche Messengerado. And then, of course, from here, we'll be activating his effect to subsequently grab the copy of Madolche Ticket. Then, of course, from here, we can activate this and then attack with all of these guys now for some pretty big damage. So that's another variation that you can do. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Sometimes if you can do this play basically with the same 2 cards, why wouldn't you do this all the time? Because this is basically the same play. But the fact is, sometimes you want to keep the Seraphonite on board if you feel that you can sustain it a little bit, where you can constantly keep getting that double summon effect off each turn. So again, it just really depends on your situation, but this is another flashy kind of way that you can play with this deck. So yeah, another way to just abuse that 2-card combo of Brilliant Fusion and Magellan. Now, I will also mention that if you also have the Madolche Mufue in your hand with the Brilliant Fusion and the Madolche Magellan, you can make this board plus a Queen, which is pretty darn cool also. So I will keep that in mind. Again, it's pretty much the same combo, but in the end, you're also going to be making Levier and the Queen as well. So you should be ending along the lines of, instead of this, you'll have the Seraphonite, the Trapeze, the Queen, and the Levier, I believe, if you do open the Mufue, Brilliant Fusion, and the Magellan. So again, just keep that in mind. There is a lot of variations to that 2-card combo that can just end in a really huge board. So yeah, I guess I'll be ending it here, guys. Again, it's just more or less an explanation of the various 2-card combos and the various routes that you can go through for this deck. I hope you all did enjoy. And let's see if we can make a pretty cool ending from here. I will be grabbing these guys, and wherever the heck the other guys were. So yeah. I hope you all did enjoy this video, guys. I know it's kind of lackluster in the sense that it was pretty just thrown together. I just did want to get it out here as, Again, I really do like explaining these cool little combos in this deck because this deck is so much fun. And if you guys have these cards and or have any kind of thing like Dueling Network and or YGO Pro, I highly do recommend trying out this deck because again, it's just so darn fun. So yeah, hope you all did enjoy and I hope you all did learn something from this video. And as always, this is QREM from the Trinity of Lift and I'll see all of you guys later. Peace out.